So we can cool here with Ben from Lakeshore. How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
How you holding up during this quarantine?
It's just constant trips to the studio. That's it. I mean, we pretty much just lock ourselves in a studio and write and do crazy shit day in and day out, and which is like not even a mile away from my house. So then I just come home and I've started Breaking Bad. I've never seen it before. I don't know if that was a good idea though.
See, I think everyone's catching up on some binge-worthy stuff there, huh?
Yeah, dude. I usually only watch The Office, and then now I find myself like diving into like crazy Netflix documentaries and all this stuff. So definitely a wild time.
I probably completed The Office myself about 10 times.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been watching that seasons 1 through 9 for I don't even know how many years. It's like my comfort zone. Like whenever I'm having a bad day, it's just The Office, or if I'm having a good day, The Office. You know.
You know what? I was really big on the show, and then I met Oscar, and he was a dick in real life. And,
oh, no way.
Yeah, and it totally just like ruined the show for me for a little bit there. I mean, even though I've seen it a million times, it was always something I could throw back on. But now when I put it on, it just flashed back to like, man, what a prick this guy was.
Well, hopefully he was just having a bad day or something.
Yeah, you know, it was at a convention, so hopefully it was just somebody.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mm.
Let's get to the music, man. I see you guys just put out another video for your song, Beautiful.
Yeah, it was the song History, which we actually released. It was our first single ever, and then during this quarantine period, we're just trying to figure out ideas to do. We did a bunch of covers, a bunch of live acoustic stuff, and then we're big into all different kinds of music, so we decided to the song has this really heartfelt undertone and emotional undertone, so we sat down and just wrote some piano and then, a little bit of strings, and then it became like this whole kind of production. I mean, it's not crazy, but, it became something that we didn't expect. And then I was like, oh, it might be cool to use all this, old tour footage that we have, that we took on our cell phones, and we never did anything with it. And we just slapped it together. And, Shauna, who has been nothing but amazing, said she really liked it and she wanted to, kind of put it out officially. And, I was like, are you sure? I like it, but I don't know. And then my girlfriend was like, yeah, this is really cool. It's definitely something different, going from crazy rock to, something like this. But, I mean, we enjoy it, but I'm hoping the fans do too,
Yeah, man, the History, it's a great track, and the reason I called it Beautiful is because I was reading the comment, and somebody wrote, wow, this is beautiful, so that's what I read, and that's what came out of my mouth.
That's cool. We try to make it beautiful, we're not just crazy, out of our mind rockers all the time.
So, man, 2020 comes around. You guys have some stuff planned. You're putting out singles. You're getting ready to go on tour. Then all of a sudden, the world goes on hold. What is that like for a musician?
It's a little bit crazy, a little bit frustrating, but like I was telling this other guy in this last interview that I just did, we're kind of in kind of a good position, I would say, or a little bit different position at least, where, I run a recording studio. My brother has his own company. So we're constantly doing our own things. Like we make fairly decent money, to where, we're able to afford all these nice things, whether it's equipment or cool music videos, the songs that we did, with the producer Sahaj Takatan, which he did Motley Crue. Obviously that stuff is really expensive. So, we believe in ourselves and we try to spend our money in the right places. And, we figured that this time around, because, I have a history in music, instead of going out and just being oh, we're just going to tour nonstop and do all this stuff, we're kind of trying to take a different approach to it, where we, spend our money wisely and kind of use the internet to our advantage. So although a tour did get canceled and some shows did get canceled, nothing really changes for us aside from that we can't do a lot of the stuff that we would want to. I mean, all the parks are closed, so it's not like we just could have a normal life. Obviously everything stopped. So that kind of puts us in a position to just have to create, our studio is like literally not even a mile down the road. So
well, I mean, that's good. I know a lot of bands that had tours. They are crazy frustrated because they got all the merch that they got done. They had to pay for production. You know what I mean? So they're just.
Oh yeah, no, I know that it fucked up a bunch of bands and a bunch of tours. I mean, I couldn't imagine, however much money you spend in merch and you're getting ready for tour, and then just to have them canceled. Luckily, we weren't in that position. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a crazy time.
So I see on your Facebook page here that you guys are constantly keeping busy with these little videos you guys are doing, cover tracks, different things to keep the fans going during these times.
Yeah, I mean, again, like that's just I've always I knew that we needed to like kind of pick up the pace, even before this quarantine stuff hit, and then since it's been going on, we really have no choice but to sit in the studio, and it's either like you do nothing for that day or we just sit in the studio and do something. So, you definitely get a little not homesick, but cabin fever, being locked in the studio. But I think we've been able to, at least have fun with it and put out something a little bit different, stay active. And we've actually have a lot of stuff on the back burner that we ended up finishing that, almost like this history thing where it's like, it's kind of cool. We did some cover songs, still like obviously more rock oriented, but we have some things that we did that we'll be releasing over the next month or so that I think are cool. We've been able to stay active. It's been somewhat fun but somewhat frustrating.
So I see you guys got an official cover track coming out on the 8th, is that right?
Yeah, we did a video for it too, the same guy who did Mountain View. So yeah, May 8th.
So I think it's pretty cool, man. You've seen everyone doing different things here. A lot of covers are going on. Did you catch Post Malone doing Nirvana set last night?
I didn't. I keep on seeing the posts, but I woke up, went to the studio, did some things. I've been meaning to click on it. Everybody's reposting it. It looks super cool.
I mean, I fast-forwarded it through a little bit. It's all right. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just something to keep your mind occupied, man. I mean, I'm glad to see that you guys are in the studio doing those new things. It's going to be a year for music in 2021, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. It can be a blessing and a curse all at once, but I think, where there's a will, there's a way. And, if you could stay active or think of, fun, creative ways to just, keep at it, then, you should be able to create some cool stuff that'll hopefully carry you in through the year and maybe into next, which is kind of what we're planning on doing.
Now, are you sitting there trying to figure out dates for touring? Are you putting things off? I mean, no one really knows what to do. I mean, the dude from Live Nation says 2021, 2022 is he thinking for tours. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah. I mean, we got offered something for the end of the year, which obviously, we're going to agree to because you never know what's going to happen. If it gets canceled, it gets canceled. So we're kind of just putting all our eggs in this content basket and, trying to come up with enough things and keep it interesting enough. So no matter what happens, we still have the material to put out and just stay not in the forefront, but just stay, active and busy and, keeping people's faces.
It's pretty crazy to think of this. I mean, for years, people stayed away from doing the online content, the streaming. I mean, they do a little bit because all the money was made in touring. Now this turns around and you got to switch everything around to finding new ways of making an income as a musician during these times.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter what, everybody constantly, since the beginning of time when you're an artist, everybody has their own thing, whether it's, a job schedule or, just whatever situation that, the cards you've been dealt, it kind of, defines how you're going to be able to run your business, I guess. And we've been pretty flexible, just through being in the business for, a good amount of years, being on both ends of it. I worked for management companies, labels. I've been in, successful bands myself, been on the touring production side of things for a while. So as long as you can move and shake and be flexible, then, you shouldn't, have that hard of a time. But yeah, I mean, like if you are, if you built your band and your knowledge and just the way you run things, on the touring side of things, and now you got to switch over to the online stuff, it is, I could see how it can be crazy. I mean, it still is crazy for us. I find myself trying to learn things, and I'm talking to all these marketing people that I'm friends with, trying to, learn algorithms and figure, all this shit out so I could be a little bit more successful at the online stuff. But, it is what it is.
Now, you mentioned that you took some dates for the end of the year. I mean, it's almost something that you have to do because you don't know if they're going to go on or not, but there's so many bands out there wanting to go back on tour. There's only going to be so many dates. There's only going to be so many venues that you're allowed to play at.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You could just sit, wait, hope. I mean, there's nothing you could do about it. The only thing I have control over is what I'm able to create, now, and, and just hope for the best.
Now, when things do get back on track and you're allowed back on the road, what kind of precautions are you going to take? I mean, are meet and greets still going to be a thing, or crowd interaction? Are you guys going to, I don't know how any of that's going to work.
Well, I mean, for me, I've always tried to be careful, just because over the years, I mean, I've been like deathly ill in Europe, and it is not a good time, and I've been, really sick on the road, as any touring musician does. So, I mean, nothing really changes for me, but yeah, for up and comers, I'm sure you want to be a little bit more precautious, or cautious. But yeah, I mean, just definitely a different world that we're going to be re-entering,
I mean, you got to think about, like, are venues going to be at half capacity? Are they going to have social distancing sections where the crowd's all spaced out?
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that everybody is getting cabin fever, and I know everybody wants live music, and I think no matter which way you slice the bread, live events and that interaction and that experience is something that you cannot get from home, and, people are itching to get back out. So, you do want to be cautious, and I'm sure, even when it's flu season, you kind of do the same thing. So, I don't know. Hard to predict.
I think that's what the benefit of all these online shows that everyone's doing is people are going to get that itch. I mean, you can only watch something over a screen for so long. It's never going to be the same as being in an actual show.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I think that also the upside of it is that, fans who, normally when you're looking at a band, unless you're like a crazy super fan, normally you're only like, listening on Spotify or, watching music videos or seeing these posts, as to a post to now where you see a lot of bands getting really personal, going live, doing these covers, and you really start to develop almost like a relationship with these people. Like, oh, like I've already seen him. I know how he talks. I know how he dresses, all that kind of stuff where you feel a little bit more connected. So I think that there's upsides to it.
No, what I'm saying is that the upside is these people are going to feel so connected that they're going to want to rush out to see an actual show when it comes time. I mean, sometimes people don't have the money or whatever, but now that's something they're going to be like, wow, I definitely have to see them live. I've been with them for lockdown for the last 6 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you feel people, are they reaching out to you on social media? How is the fans reacting with you guys?
It's been good. I mean, you never know how these things are going to work out, and we've never been a band to like go live or do these things, even though we love to do, like, I love playing my acoustic guitar. I love doing different kinds of music. I even do a lot of hip hop, in the studio recording. So this, is really like, hey man, this is a completely different world. And at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. Like I am who I am. I like what I like. And, you can't just put out rock songs every single day. It's just like, I don't know. It's a chance for me to just be myself. And luckily enough, people have been pretty responsive to it. To us as a band, putting out all these odd things, these covers. I don't know if you saw that, we did this thing for Mountain View where we did it in like 20 different styles and different languages. We were just going nuts one day, and it's fun. It's definitely feels crazy, but I don't know. People are digging it. Some things hit better than others, but it's been good.
Now, with you guys spending all this time in the studio, are you guys actually recording an album, or are you just doing one-off tracks? What are you guys doing?
We always write. Obviously, I still have like some clients that come in here and we record them. But for the most part, it's just constant demoing, constant writing. Aside from this Blurry cover, we did a Foo Fighters cover. We're doing an Aerosmith cover right now that we just started today. It's just whatever we feel that day is kind of what we're doing. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we put it in a folder and maybe it'll be cool, down the line or something.
So when you guys are doing cover songs, how do you go about picking them out? Are you guys all chipping in? Do you let the fans vote? What are you doing?
Blurry, we all we were skimming through. We knew we wanted to do something like from when we were coming up as, just humans, like growing. We remember that song. We were skipping through all these like 90s playlists and Third Eye Blind and this and that, when we were younger. And, we turned on Blurry, and my brother Joe and Jesse were like, we should do this song. And funny enough, I had I used to live out in LA, and Wes Scantlin, their singer, I hung out with him on a handful of nights and had some crazy experiences with him. So I was just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It was a rad song then, and, so we ended up doing that. The Foo Fighters one, I don't know, we just stumbled on that one and said, fuck it, let's try it. And then the Aerosmith one, we just love Aerosmith. So we're like, again, I think we're in this process of just like not even really thinking, just like trying everything because we have all the time in the world.
Now, for the fans that are going to the social media, is there set times to see when you guys, like, hey, every Friday, or is it just sporadic whenever you guys feel like doing it?
Yeah, it's kind of sporadic. I should probably be more precise and scheduled with it, but it's not like that. It's just kind of whenever we get something done, if we like it, we'll post it. If we don't, wait till the next day.
Now, have you guys done any live shows? I'm looking at these, and are they live, right? Or are they pre-recorded?
Those are, what we do, like, for that last, they're live. Well, no. They're not live in the sense that, like, we stream them live.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. We had our entire studio rigged up to do a live set, and our bass player was like, hey man, we just had a huge outbreak where I live, blah, 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 blah. I've been dealing with, cause he's a manager, at a Starbucks, and he's dealing with money every day. He's like, I'm not sick, but I don't know if I should come up. Just, I don't want to get anybody sick in case I am. So we, played it, rather safe than sorry. So we kind of had to postpone that, and but we'll probably get back to it. We'll probably do something live soon enough.
So you guys are able to be together, so you guys are able to practice and do whatever you need to do, so whenever things change, you're ready to jump right back into it then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my brother and our singer Jesse, we're all basically cooped up together. And then our bass player Chris, he doesn't live far, but far enough, and we all like work enough to where it's a bit spread out and when we're actually all together. But as far as like the core three of us that do most of the writing anyway, yeah, we're always together.
Well, that's beneficial, man. I mean, I've been talking to a lot of guys that, one guy's here, one guy's in another state, so they're trying to Zoom or, you know what I mean? Trying to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
So, fans want to go check you guys out. What do? They go to the Facebook, they go to Instagram, they got a website. What's the best way to reach you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think Facebook and Instagram, I mean, we're always responding to comments and messages and all that. We're pretty personable and responsive across all social media. So yeah, I mean, come find us. Just search Lakeshore and we'll pop up.
So the fans that are listening right now, when's the next big thing coming from you guys? What date should they be aware of?
May 8th, we'll have a music video coming out for our kind of first official cover song, Blurry. And again, yeah, that's May 8th. It'll be on Spotify and, everywhere, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, all that stuff.
Cool. All right, man. I appreciate talking to you. Hopefully you guys get to go back on the road. I get to catch up and see the show, have a beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, man. I had a lot of fun.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.